Hey comic fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review, so you the fans can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about Old Man Logan issue number 1. Now, honestly, when this book came out, I could definitely tell you that I really wasn't that excited for it because I read the Secret Wars series and I wasn't that impressed by it. I thought Sorrentino's artwork in the series, even though it's nice at times, it just felt like I couldn't make out what was going on in the book. And the story was just weird for me, how Logan just went from place to place to place. I just didn't enjoy it that much. So I was kind of skeptical about picking this book up. So this book is written by Jeff Lemire, and again, the artwork is done by Andrea Sorrentino. Now, the artwork in this book this time around, I thought worked. Even though at times in the beginning of this book, things didn't quite make sense to me, like where Spider-Man's costume kind of looked like it was a little baggy, the cheek was like over-exaggerative, so I don't know if it was just a Logan coming to, or what was going on there, but as the issue went on, so did the art. The artwork improved as well. The paneling and the layout worked in the book, and even though you can't quite see the expression on Logan's face, you could definitely get an idea, obviously, of what is going on in this issue. It wasn't cluttered. Sorrentino's artwork gets sketchy when things get really cluttered and you get to see action shots. But this right here is a work of art, and it's actually really beautiful to see Logan at this point remembering everything that happened in his actual past. So overall, I thought the artwork was really nice. The landscapes were beautiful in here, as you get to see the wastelands, as you get to see a shield helicarrier fall into the ground. I thought that was brilliantly done to see how the wastelands look like, and you get to see glimpses of the past universe. So, what did I think of the actual story? Now, if you read Old Man Logan, the original trade, unlike me, you'll know exactly what's going on because this is taking place right after that. However, you don't have to read that story to understand what is going on. So it's a perfect jumping on point. I have that trade. I recently bought it. I just haven't got a chance to read it because, yes, I do so many comic book reviews, but I got to sit down and read that. So the first thing you wind up finding out in this book is that Logan's just coming to. He's not sure what's going on. He doesn't quite remember himself. All he remembers is just this bright light at first, and all of a sudden he's in today's Earth. And so what happens is he gets attacked by police. He starts running from the police. He's just all scrambled, doesn't know what to do. He winds up getting shot. He gets electrocuted. He winds up going away. And the next thing he remembers is that he remembers that his past life. He remembers how the villains all took over and they controlled the earth, and so all those things came true for him. So after he winds up escaping, he winds up seeing a New York baseball cap, whether it's a sports team, whatever, I'm not quite sure. But this triggers a flashback, and this does a great job at capturing what has happened in Logan's past. Logan's future, when he has to defeat all these, goes against all these villains or whatever it is. So we go to the time where it's called the Wasteland, and you get to see Captain America's suit there, and the whole thing with the Hulk land, the Hulk gangs, or whatever it's not. And he had his son, and his name was Scotty. Now, I don't know if it's quite named after Scott Summers, but his son's name was Scotty. And he goes into this into the city where the helicarrier was, and he tries to get some kind of fan. I guess, what was it, to get the air conditioning working? I don't know. Oh, no, the tractor. Sorry. It was the tractor because the fan belt broke and he had to try to get that working. So he winds up into a bad guy here by the name of Butcher. And you get to see he's very old. And he teases Logan and he says he wants his boy's hat. And we can see that Logan holds back, and he brings his son back home, and he just doesn't want to get in any trouble. But this triggers things. This really puts him on a mission to stop what's going to happen in the future. So he starts off low on the totem pole before things even got started, and he's going to make his way all the way to the top. Now, when you get to see him take off out of the apartment building, you get to see this 2-page spread. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. You know, you're doing Frank Miller's the Return of the Dark Knight cover there. I thought that was really awesome, and we get to see him go against the Butcher in this book. He winds up chopping off his arm. He's toying with him, and he's like, "You slapped my kid," and he like sits there and gets the claws right to his chin, and he winds up killing him. And the thing that you see is he goes, "Yeah, the Butcher was small game, but my next target though." And he sits there and he goes into the next one, which is Banner, who was one of the toughest ones to defeat in the Wastelands or whatnot. So, and then he goes to Mysterio and Red Skull. So, yeah, I thought the issue was really well done. All the way around, it was a good issue. Even though at times I'm not a huge fan of Sorrentino's artwork, it really worked in this issue, and I loved it. The story was brilliant. The pacing was good. It kept you interested. It was good for new readers. And this makes you want to go back and read that first trade to see what happened in Old Man Logan's previous life. So my hat's off to this book. This book is perfect. 5 out of 5 for me. Really enjoyed it. I don't see anything topping this. This was a great story. I'm looking forward to see where this actually goes from here. So, guys, in the comments below, tell me what you thought of Old Man Logan issue number 1. And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. And until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Take care, fans. See you soon. Bye.